What does the Holy Spirit do for us? Let's learn some of the Holy Spirit's work among us. Let's look at John 15:26 to 16:15. But when the Helper comes, whom I shall send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth who proceeds from the Father, he will testify of me. And you also will bear witness, because you've been with me from the beginning. Helper, Advocate, Comforter are all appropriate translations. The Paraclete means broadly anyone who advises, counsels, or helps. He is the Spirit of truth. The Nicene Creed quotes this verse that he proceeds from the Father. To testify means to bear witness. The Holy Spirit witnesses not about himself, but Jesus. What was Jesus preparing his disciples for? These things I've spoken to you, that you should not be made to stumble. They'll put you out of the synagogues. Yes, the time's coming that whoever kills you will think that he offers God's service. And these things they'll do to you because they've not known the Father nor me. But these things I've told you, that when the time comes, you may remember that I told you of them. And these things I didn't say to you at the beginning, because I was with you. But now I go away to him who sent me, and none of you asks me where you're going. But because I've said these things to you, sorrow has filled your heart. What was to happen after Jesus ascended to heaven? Nevertheless, I tell you the truth, it's to your advantage that I go away. For if I don't go away, the Helper will not come to you. But if I depart, I'll send him to you. This is why the Western version of the Nicene Creed adds the Filioque and the Son. We believe in the Holy Spirit, the Lord, the giver of life, who proceeds from the Father and the Son. Why is this appropriate? Because we read here that Jesus sends the Holy Spirit to us. Eastern Christians would argue that though Jesus sends him, he still proceeds from the Father. Rather than split hairs, let's just leave it at that. Why is the Holy Spirit sent? To help, comfort, and advocate for us. What else does the Holy Spirit come to do? And when he's come, he'll convict the world of sin, and of righteousness, and of judgment. What's meant here by sin, righteousness, and judgment? Of sin, because they don't believe in me. Sin, as defined here, is not moral failure, but a lack of faith. Because Jesus ascended to heaven, who now has the job of convicting the world of righteousness by faith? Of righteousness, because I go to my Father and you see me no more. Christians are righteous by faith. We walk by faith, not by sight. We believe even not having seen Jesus as Thomas did. What does the Holy Spirit help us understand about those who rule this unjust world of war and crime? Of judgment, because the ruler of this world is judged. Though injustice still holds sway in this world, judgment has already been made. Justice is coming. The ruler of this world, whether human or demonic, has been condemned. What else will the Spirit do? I still have many things to say to you, but you cannot bear them now. However, when he, the Spirit of truth, has come, he will guide you into all truth. For he will not speak on his own authority, but whatever he hears he will speak, and he'll tell you things to come. He will guide, he will speak, he will tell. There are many ideas blamed on the Holy Spirit. How can we discern between real truth coming from heaven and false doctrines or ideas of mere humans? He will glorify me, for he'll take of what's mine and declare it to you. All things that the Father has are mine, therefore I said that he will take of mine and declare it to you. He will glorify who? He will take what? Who will the Holy Spirit glorify? Himself? Human saints? Or human sects? No, Jesus. What will he take of himself? Of human ideas or human sects? No, of Jesus. If a doctrine's universally accepted in the Church, it's likely that it came from the Holy Spirit. If any teaching does not receive universal acceptance, it may be a vain tradition of mere men. When someone claims to have a word of knowledge from the Holy Spirit, how can we tell if that word's a counterfeit or not? What the Holy Spirit speaks will always be entirely consistent with the teachings of Jesus and glorify Christ, just as Jesus echoed the Father's teachings. One thing unites Christians: the words of Jesus. When we emphasize the truths that Jesus taught, we become more unified. The relationship between Father, Son, and Holy Spirit teaches us how such perfect unity behaves. The Holy Spirit bears witness to Jesus, comes to help, and to convict us that unbelief is sin, what is true righteousness, and the judgment on the ruler of this world has already taken place. He guides us into all truth, helping us understand what Jesus taught.